What's up, you guys? Welcome to React World. I am the third fine bro, and since you guys gave such a positive reaction to my last episode that I did where I reacted to a video, I figured I would do it again, and today I have been so inspired because the popular YouTube channel Blimey Cow, that show that talks about homeschooling and Christians, and oh yeah, they happen to be good friends of mine. It just so happens that they have been roasted. They have been taken down, 100% fully exposed all over the internet, if you can believe it, and I have the video to prove it. So today we're gonna take a look at that video. But anyway, guys, there's a video on the internet that has been circulating for about a year now of this guy by the YouTube channel One Reality. The title of this video is Blimey Cow Fake Christian. All caps, the best way to get people to watch your content. Believe me, I would know. And so I figured it would be a lot of fun. If I was gonna watch through this video, I would watch through it with you guys. Now, I have already told Josh and Jordan and Kelly over at Blimey Cow about this video and told them, look, don't watch it, don't ever watch it. There's nothing in here for you. So they have all taken a blood pact. They have all cut their hands. They will never ever watch this video ever in their life. So now that that is guaranteed that they will never see this, I'm gonna go ahead and watch it with you guys and we'll see what this guy has to say. Because if Blimey Cow is not Christian, then I definitely need to stop spending time with them and being friends with them. Because, of course, if somebody isn't a Christian, then I definitely do not want to be friends with them. Without further ado, shut up, Kevin. Every single thing that you do is just a rip-off of somebody else, except you spend all of your time criticizing Christian movies for ripping off other movies. Let's jump right into it.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
So we begin the video with all these clips from other movies. Alright, man, so it looks like you believe that that was the most clever thing that has ever been done because you took movie clips and you made them say something about faith. Off to a great start.
So, obviously today's video is on Blimey Cow and...
Where are you? Are you squatting? This guy, I think, is squatting at somebody else's house. Oh man, I just hope that I can ride the coattails of Blimey Cow enough to get that AdSense money so I can pay to live in my own house instead of squatting in this guy's storage closet.
Is he really a Christian?
It's very funny to me to hear you refer to Blimey Cow as if it's one person. It really shows how well you got to know who these people are before you put out a video judging how deep their relationship with God is.
And obviously this is going to get interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, especially with a dog barking in the background.
But this is going to be the reasons why I think he's not a Christian, or reasons why I think he's heading down a very, very bad path.
Here I am name dropping a popular YouTube channel in the title of my video just so I could get this message out because I care so much about who these people are and the direction that they're going. All I want to do is inform everybody.
Most of the people I know are all crazy about Blimey Cow and oh yeah, Blimey Cow's a Christian and all this stuff.
Who's all crazy about Blimey Cow? I mean, a lot of people like Blimey Cow, unless you just hang out with a lot of homeschoolers.
I've seen a few of his videos and I've never addressed the issue with it.
Wow, yeah, a lot of people have been sitting around thinking, man, when is One Reality going to address the issue with Blimey Cow? When is he gonna speak up? When is he gonna tell the world what he thinks of Blimey Cow?
So I want you just to take a look at this clip.
We talk about God like he's some foreign entity up there that has nothing to do with real life. But we're good Christians as long as we act like he's the thing we care about the most.
Time to update my list of most important things. Well, I had a great time with my friends at the mall today, so friends are gonna be moved up a few notches. School is definitely not as important as my new boyfriend, that's for sure. Family life's getting pretty good. Oh, and I spent my 15 minutes with God this morning, so he's number one in my life.
If you're a Christian, God shouldn't be number one in your life. God should be everything in your life.
In those words, exactly, he's speaking truth. God shouldn't just be up, he's at number one here. Really, he should be everything in your life.
Whoa, you really slammed him there, man. You told him. You played a clip, and then you came back and said, yeah, see those words? Those are right. He's correct. Man, you got him. You got him.
From the music you listen to, it should be God-centered. To what you do with all your free time, it should be God-centered.
Look, guys, if you're gonna put out a vlog, 3 main things. 1, audio. 2, background. Don't be sitting in some basement where it looks like somebody got murdered just before you film this video. Is that what's gonna happen? Are we watching a snuff film right now? Are you about to kill a cow? Are you about to murder a cow in front of us? And 3rd, make sure you don't shoot in autofocus in a way that it's going to go out of focus and focus on something behind you while you're filming.
Because let's take a look at Blimey Cow's channel. Let's actually...
Oh no, this is it. He is going to take us to a cow where he will murder a cow in front of us just to protest Blimey Cow. Nice crotch shot there, bro. Were you worshiping God when you were scarfing down all these candy wrappers? Is cleanliness not next to godliness?
So what he said, God should be our everything, not just our number one, he should be our everything. Take a look at his YouTube channel. We've got Parkour Challenge, 4 Things Introverts Think Would Never Say, new show, how is God his everything in everything he does?
Wow, you have really missed the point of the video that you used as an example in this video. If you continue watching, you'll see that they also make this point.
You can't judge how spiritual you are by counting how many consecutive minutes you spend making time for God. You want to know how you're doing spiritually? Take a hard look at the way you treat the people and situations around you. Father God, thank you for this wonderful day. I pray that
Can I get some help with the garage?
No, you can't! I tried to pray to God! Oh boy, that was 30 seconds that time! I'm such a good Christian.
I mean, here you have a video whose sole purpose is to talk about how people become so obsessed and regimented with the rituals of their faith that they become useless because their focus is no longer on doing good and caring for other people, so they're not doing any good. And so your conclusion that you've drawn from watching a video like that is that you need to become more regimented and more obsessed with trying to look like you're a good person instead of being sincere. Whenever someone like you reads the Bible and you read about Jesus and the Pharisees and the tax collectors and the disciples, which character do you think you are? Because to me, it's so obvious that you are a Pharisee. It's so interesting to me. I'd love to know the answer to that question. All right, let's continue.
I mean, we have all these random videos, and he says God should be our everything, which is true, but he's telling us to do that when he's not even doing it himself.
Man, you really, you got him. You got him. You called out the contradiction in that video.
And he just says all these random videos where he's joking around, he's making jokes.
Making jokes. It's wrong to make jokes. The problem with jokes is that you could potentially accidentally connect with your audience. And you know that if you connect with your audience, they might actually listen to what you have to say and hear you out. And you can't do that.
You may be thinking, oh wait, no, that's not wrong, that's not bad. What's wrong with it? He's not swearing. He's not talking about inappropriate things.
Well, what's wrong with talking about inappropriate things? I mean, come on. Seriously though, which inappropriate things? Like the inappropriate things that you have determined are inappropriate? Can I say a curse word in another language, and since it doesn't mean anything to you, it's okay? It's completely arbitrary, and you're turning Christianity into a religion. Just another list of rules, which is the one thing that makes Christianity different from any other religion. You are saved by grace and grace alone.
That's what the Bible says. 2 Timothy 2:16. Avoid godless chatter. Colossians 3:2, set your mind on things above, not on the things of the earth.
Wow, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. What a misinterpretation of those verses. Just because some YouTube channel is more subtle and doesn't speak down to the level that you think that they should in order for you to be able to understand, doesn't mean that they aren't Christians. You think that somebody needs to be extremely blatant and constantly talking about God in order for that to be important to them, because you have no concept of how to read between the lines and see subtlety.
Colossians 3:2, set your mind on things above, not on the things of the earth.
Wow, yeah, you know, we really should set our mind on things above. Man, I wish if only somewhere there was a list of what those things were. Oh wait, there is. Compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience, and above all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect union. I'm sorry, which part of those things are Blimey Cow not doing whenever they present these videos? Because knowing these guys personally, I think that they are very compassionate, kind, humble, gentle, and patient people.
His focus is not on God, he's got his focus on all his fans.
Do you know them personally? Because it seems like you are judging them without getting to know them.
He has 341,488 subscribers.
Wow, that is so many subscribers that you have proved your point, because that number is big. You know, whenever you're making an argument, the best way to present the argument is to just say a big number. It doesn't matter what the number represents, what the statistic is, just give a big number, then say it as if though that is somehow a number that proves your point.
That is quite a huge audience you have.
Well, it's certainly bigger than yours, that's for sure.
He's telling us, oh, God should be our everything, and he really should. It's the truth. God needs to be our everything we do.
Sounds to me like you believe in some sort of works-based salvation. That seems opposite of what the Bible says?
He has over 340,000 people.
Wow, that is a big number. I guess I didn't think about that.
And I'm guessing most of these people have not even heard the real gospel.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that Blimey Cow, the YouTube channel whose biggest video is about Christian homeschoolers, I think most of the people who subscribe to them probably are either already Christians or grew up in a Christian type home.
So what is this guy doing? He has all these people that he could share the gospel with. He could show them Jesus, yet he's not doing anything. It's because his focus isn't on God.
I really don't think you're the one to be talking about something not being focused on the thing that it's supposed to be focused on.
He's setting his mind on things of the earth, not on things above.
I don't understand. So on one hand, you condemn Blimey Cow for having so many subscribers, and then immediately following, you say that they should be preaching the gospel because they have all of these subscribers. It seems like quite a contradiction. Maybe the reason they have so many subscribers is because they make funny content that isn't the same thing every week.
And it shows in his videos. He spends a lot of time making these videos. I know he does. It's when you make a video, even just the videos I make, which aren't even that complex.
No, they're not. In fact, this is by far the most lazy you can get when putting out a video.
I also know he has a podcast, I'm pretty sure too. He spends a lot of time just talking about random gibberish.
All right, so you aren't quite sure if they have a podcast, but you are completely confident about every single thing that they talk about on that podcast.
To all these people, and most of them are going to hell.
You're right. Yep, every single person who subscribes to a Christian YouTube channel is probably going to hell.
He's not loving God in any of these videos.
Wow, you are so confident about the heart intentions of these people that you have never met in your entire life.
He's just making random videos to please other people, to please men.
Whoa. I don't think Blimey Cow swings that way.
And he's also not loving his neighbor because he's not sharing the gospel with them. So he's not loving God and he's not loving his neighbor.
Man, you have now spent at least 5 minutes rambling on about how bad Blimey Cow is, and you have not once presented the gospel in this video. Why don't you build up an audience and share the gospel with them? Why don't you spend 5 years trying to grow your channel? You know, you're just like these people who are like, you know, that millionaire, if I had that much money, I would be giving it all to the poor. But you don't have that much money. But if you wanted that much money, maybe you should do all the work that those people did to get that much money and then have it, and then you can do what you claim to do. Could it be that you are perhaps envious?
Let's look at the fruit.
I'm looking at him.
Matthew 7 says a good tree will bear good fruit and a bad tree will bear bad fruit.
Yes, what kind of fruit are the people who make Blimey Cow bearing? Well, I would say, knowing them personally, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. I know that because I've taken the time to get to know who they are. You are not displaying the grace that you claim to have received. You're acting like converting people is some sort of great work in some checklist that you need to check off.
Well, he's talking about godless chatter.
No, you're talking about godless chatter.
It's not on things above.
I want you to explain to me what you think those verses are talking about. From what I understand, the godless chatter verse is talking about people who are preaching a gospel that is different than what Jesus taught. I think that you're doing that very thing right now. You're preaching a gospel that is graceless and works-based, which is not what Jesus taught. So you are the one with the godless chatter.
Not loving his neighbors because he's not talking about the things of God. He's not sharing the gospel with them, and most of them are going to hell.
Why do you keep saying that? That's not true.
And he's not loving God with all his heart.
It's weird to hear you, with everything that you've said, talk about what is and isn't loving.
We are supposed to love our neighbors. He is not.
Maybe you should stop loving your neighbor and tell him to get his dog to shut up.
We are supposed to love God. He is not.
How do you know that? How could you possibly know how much love these people have towards anybody in their life?
God gave us, all of us, this time to do ministry for him and to grow closer to him. That is our job. Our job is not to goof around and make silly videos.
What if their silly videos are getting more people to think about how much God loves them than your video where you're condemning them? Just based on your logic, it would seem that they love God more than you do.
Our job is to do the mission God gave us, which can be found in Mark 16:15, which is go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
Why don't you go into your backyard and preach the gospel to that creature who is barking nonstop throughout this video?
He has over 300,000 subscribers that he could give the gospel to. That's our mission. That's our job.
Okay, so it really sounds like you have become a peddler, a salesman for the gospel, which I believe in 2 Corinthians 2, we learned that that is not how we're supposed to act. Don't act like there's some sort of tally that you're trying to rack up whenever you're sharing your faith. If you really love someone, you're just going to tell them about the things that have worked for you. I think Blimey Cow, in the same way, shares what they believe and shares their thoughts with sincerity. That's not godless chatter, that's just being real. If you want to be fake all the time and pretend like you never cuss and you want to be a salesman for the gospel, be that way, but nobody wants to listen to you.
Obviously, I do not know this kid, but take a look at the fruit he's bearing.
Bearing?
But let me just say this, if perhaps he actually is watching this video, which would be great.
Nope, they're not.
Please set your mind on things above. Don't waste the time that God has given you.
Yeah, this is the perfect way to do ministry. This is why people hate evangelists, because they come at you, hey, we hate you, you're stupid, you're going to hell, and you're a sinner, and you're worthless, you're a piece of crap. And then whenever that person doesn't want to listen to them because they were just insulted by some random stranger, then the Christian starts acting like they're being persecuted. And then you think that somehow they have an obligation to listen to you, but they don't. I'm done listening to you. You have nothing left to say, you just keep repeating yourself. Nobody wants to hear it. See you later. Goodbye. Hey guys, thanks so much for your support on the last episode that I did a reaction to a video. I hope you enjoyed this one as well. I might do other ones in the future. Who knows? Whenever I do these videos, I encourage you guys not to go and criticize or be mean to the person who I am reviewing. I can't stop what you guys do, but I just want to throw that out there. I won't say it again, but just don't be a jerk to people. That's not my intent. If you want to support this channel, you can go to patreon.com/saygoodnightkev. Two people who have done that is Brennan Neely and Westminster Effects. Westminster Effects is a guitar pedal company that is a custom guitar pedal company. My friend from college, Cody Fields, makes these guitar pedals. He's pretty awesome, so go check those out. All right, that's all I gotta say. I'll talk to you guys later. Good night.
Obviously, I do not know this kid,